Hey folks, this is the Wargame Fight Club series hosted on our Discord server on Red Star Vanguard. With me today is my co-host Soviet Waver. Just a fresh reminder for the
Hello.
viewers, just a fresh reminder is that these matches use the microdeck format, which information about it can be found on the Steam Guide page in the link below in the description. And if you want to join our server, you can visit us at rsvg.org and follow the link to our Discord server. So, Soviet Waver, let's begin assessing this match.
All right. Well, it looks like you got a bit of a German Civil War going on here with it looks like land utes, I want to say mechanized versus
hmm
East German. Did you say support?
yeah, I'm using, for this match, I'm playing East German support. Definitely not one
All
of the
right. And
strongest picks in our format, but I do like playing a little bit of difficulty. What can I say? Make it hard on myself.
I mean, you got some World War II vintage equipment over here with your militia and T-34s. So,
Of course, just so many militia. And my partner here is also known as Bubble Bathist. They'll be known in this match as a Vote 2.1, which I believe is a reference to Warno. So, for those of you who want to go check it out, I believe that is certainly something currently underway while we are covering this match.
right.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last person is Comrade with it looks like French motorized.
Yeah, Comrade Grad over here is rolling out with some French motorized. He's got some Mistrals, Vabs, some AMX-10s, the traditional loadout that you would see him pull, along with some Kratals. It'll be it'll be a very baguette season, along with some Tiger Hats. Tiger Hat. Let me double check. I think that is no, that is
The
French.
tank variant.
Yeah, yeah, yep. So it's not Eurocore. At least I'm not thinking so. Panther? Yeah, it's still French, yeah. So, yeah, I believe he is definitely rolling out with France, and then his partner Gaggernaut is rolling out with West Germany. What we can see here is that we have like a lot of M113 AIGs, or A1Gs. I believe most of these are militia. There might be some riflemen mixed in here, like Jaeger or something, but most of it is
Yeah.
militia.
Although I do need to correct you, there is an automatic, so that is Landiot.
Yes. Oh, yep, you are correct. That is, indeed Landute. I've got myself a little mixed up there. Ooh. Yeah, this thing is an impressive piece of equipment. With 60 rounds per minute fire rate, 12 AP power, and 3 AG, it'll definitely be an obstacle. Given
Yeah.
that if it's going to be facing up on my front, which is very possible, um, then it's going to be difficult because I'm rolling out with T-34s and fucking some militia trucks. So maybe if I throw
Yeah, I
enough
mean,
militia trucks at it, that it'll run out of ammo, right?
that's your only hope, because it will mulch through any units you've put up thus far anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting, though, that you have seem to have put in a Tunguska in your forces,
yeah. I did.
which seems like
Yeah, as a support
very
player.
needy for your main force.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically like this is the anti-air you're getting for this entire flank. Good luck. Don't get heli rushed. Oh shit. Yeah. I think I was initially debating if I was gonna bring out Cubs or not early game, and I decided against it. But I did bring out a smoke launcher to bat with the RM70 in the back, over by Gulf.
Oh yeah, that's a nasty little piece of rocket already right there. So
Yeah, it should hopefully be
maybe
an
that'll
asset.
help you out.
Yeah, and we see Bubble's gonna be driving right up in the Delta, so I'm hoping Bubble will be able to hold off from me pretty well. So, yeah. All right. Well then, any further questions?
Nope.
All right. Well, I think they're off. Let's do our countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. And they're off.
All right. Well, looks like, as you said, Vote is going to be moving a bunch of assets into Delta, and the rest are going to be piling into Bravo, likely to occupy those two towns in the north there, or
Yeah,
the south. The south.
yeah, and I give Bubble here a little bit of a leash by going towards the attack markers, setting up some militia to that top side just to cover the flank. And we've got some first blood. We see HJ8s
190.
flying on, firing on the Mistral, and
All is. It swatted one of them, but I think they knocked out two vehicles.
oh, we have a smoke drop coming into Echo right away.
All right.
A lot of action
It looks
going
like
on.
that's there to get the reserve Schützen into cover.
Yeah. Looks like Kegernot is run into a hard wall dealing with T-34s.
Oh, you know it's a bad day when T-34s are the hard wall.
And more T-34s are on the way. Oh, M113Gs versus SPW-52s and T-34s. This is what we're doing right now. And just a horde of Heimatschützen.
This game is supposed to be set in the 90s, but it seems like you're insisting on 50s tech over here.
Leopard 1A1 coming in, just easily rushing over that reserve Schützen. With 30 Jaegers and a recon tank. Not much stopping it there.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up against militia like this, I mean, there isn't really a whole lot that they can do against it, so.
Yeah.
Curiously, the automatic has not been moved to a position where it can fire. It's been sitting back there. I think Hager's trying to keep it in for anti-aircraft use, but it could be very helpful against those T-34s.
Yeah. Looks like on the other front now we have Comrade and Bubble moving into pushing to contact. TIE-90 is getting shot at by a Kratal, and it is not a good day for the TIE-90. Legion are just rushing in. WZ-551s are trying to stop, but the Commando Marines are making sure that those WZs don't get too far.
And those Legion are pretty good at holding down a town, so I'm sure they'll try and dig in and hold this place.
Yeah. And now we've seen that F-16 just flew over by Foxtrot, so we did confirm that. I believe that's from our land ute player, Kamarkov?
Yes.
Or, no, Kegernot, yeah.
Yeah, Kager sent it in,
Yeah.
and it looks like it is no longer with us.
So now we're starting to see an actual tank, a Leopard 2A1 coming into the fight.
Oh boy. Though
The T-34 is going to be sweating. Oh, what?
To be fair, enough T-34s will just use their heat rounds to punch that Leopard 1 to death very slowly. But it looks like there's also a KPZ-70 rolling up to provide support.
Yep. This looks like we have a little bit of an S maneuver where Kager's able to push me and I'm able to push Kager.
Oh, Kager's getting disrupted by some ZTZ-85s.
Yep. We see some ZTZ-85 2As moving in. We see some artillery strikes coming in.
Does a lot of panicking, but I'm not seeing too many casualties.
No. Tunguska going in for the gun kills.
And it really is going bird.
The M13, M113s are just rushing in. And now we got some T-72s moving in to deal with them.
And it looks like they're basically done at this point.
Yeah. That M113 rush just got shut down. Meanwhile, back in Delta, see some Zanshi getting mortared over by some servals. Comrade working those servals with their, what is it, H60mm gun. 2 HE rounds, basically firing grenades. Oh, well, we do see some Legion 90.
Those could actually take down the
Legions, yeah.
the legions, yeah.
Alright, back to the grind over here, and the meat grinder that is Echo Foxtrot. T-72s are firing on infantry located inside the towns, which are engaged with the reserves.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward fire support role. We see some missiles moving in towards from the Martyr 1A3 on the attack marker Comrade put down, and looks like they nabbed a Leopard 2A1.
Yeah. KPZ-70 versus two ZDZ-85s, but it looks like that is finished as well.
And there goes the Kyler. We see
Serious.
more T-34s moving in. Another 4 platoons of T-34s moving into the fight.
Well, sometimes you just gotta send to the next company of tanks. It's fine.
Yeah. Would you believe me if I told you that I was sending them in because they have a machine gun to deal with the reserves?
I would believe it. Oh, looks like there's another jet coming in, another F-16 MLU.
Yep. So this is an actual serious piece of hardware in what is marginally a laughable fight.
But it looks like the HU-7 is saying none of that, and the F-16 is bouncing before the going gets worse.
Yeah. We might have missed it, but something happened to the Legion 90 that was over here by Delta. So Comrade's doing some good work over here. But it just seems to be kind of sporadic skirmishes over here compared to the tense fighting that's happening over by Echo Foxtrot.
Yeah.
So we see a lot of smoke being laid down as T-34s, reserves, and some T-72s are pushing in.
Yep. I don't think they're expecting the Heisma shoots in to ambush them, but...
Well, the T-34s did go first, so they die, right?
If they kill a squad, they might have made the points back even.
Meanwhile, we have the Tiger Had coming in, killing some SPWs and some other transports.
Another piece of serious hardware for
what
this
is
fight here.
Yeah,
the Tiger Had.
you have to start wondering about the points of worth that's being available here. Oh, we see another artillery barrage coming in. Looks like more smoke. Making it more difficult for the helicopter.
It is making it more difficult for the helicopter, but I wonder if this attack was worth it, because it is grinding to a halt at this point.
Yeah. At this point, I was challenging to see how much assets he might have actually dug in here. I know he had quite a few, but you know, it's in the woods. My assets were cheap. I'll push until they knock back.
Yeah. And there are a lot of assets, but it looks like it's a lot of reserves, some transports, some recon tanks. Nothing too terribly effective on the attack here, but
Yeah.
and it looks like Comrade is going to be... Oh no, he's keeping that Tiger Had in the airspace, even though it's only got one missile left.
Yeah. Not too much happening. A little bit of skirmish back here in Delta. Meanwhile, back at the fray, Tiger Had's auto missiles and taking a little bit of damage.
And it looks like the last of your attack force has been
Granted,
deleted there.
yeah.
I think your Tunguska's out of ammo, and hopefully you'll be able to pull that out.
Oh, we see an
As you
artillery
see.
strike coming in.
Oh, there it is. More smoke.
Ah! Now, that's definitely a questionable call for that one.
Yeah. I think what probably happened was you called it in, but then
Yeah. I probably called it in,
it
but
just came too late.
yeah, by the time I realized that I already lost my units, I forgot that I had the ARM-70 queuing up that smoke order, most likely. Let's see. Yeah. So goes the last reserves there in Foxtrot. But we have another wave.
It looks like another company of T-34s backed up by 2 platoons of reservists.
Yeah. It's F-16 MLU coming in.
Oh, no, you actually have a KPG-72s in the lead.
And MLU was shot down.
Ooh. That is a pretty expensive asset to lose chasing after T-34s. Hopefully that loss isn't felt too badly.
Alright, we got artillery coming out. Okay, a lot of smoke coming in. He probably knows that I'm coming. But how much is, how much may be of question. The smoke continues. Everything's going to be point blanking at this rate.
Probably for the best, given the quality of the assets on the field. Curiously, it looks like neither you nor Vote have taken Bravo, even though that's well secure at this point. It's an interesting decision, given that you're bleeding 5 points, but
Yeah,
we'll see if that becomes a problem.
indeed. We'll rotate my camera a little bit here. So we see the servals pushing into Delta, using and getting repelled back.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because Lee Ren had something to say about just coming in like that, but there you have it. Let's see. Back at the grind fight. Oh, we got an artillery strike coming in. And it's fully panicking all the forces. Seeing some casualties.
That was a pretty decent panicking strike, although it looks like the Panzer Grenadier 90, which are the biggest threat on this front right now, have been mostly untouched.
Indeed. Panicked, but untouched.
But it looks like the T-34s are coming to provide some fire support for this fight in the jungle here.
Indeed, T-34s are now joining the fight once again. They were here for World War II. They're coming here for World War III.
I might be convinced at this point that there will be T-34s kicking around for World War IV even.
Most likely. Oh, another artillery strike. Ooh, that is nasty.
Oh, ooh. Oh.
And another one. And another one.
This is... How many times do we need to teach you this lesson, old man?
Well, with all those infantry now all panicked to hell and partially damaged, looks like the tanks are starting to roll. Time to send in the tanks.
And you actually have some real okay-ish tanks coming to lead the way as well.
40 pointers, but hey, when you stack enough 40 pointers, you can do some damage.
Yeah, and I mean, aside from some Kylers, I don't really see any serious assets in the way. Oh wait, nope, the automatic is still there. Weirdly enough, they still have not used the automatic, even though it could probably turn this fight pretty quickly.
Tyler's joined the fight, and looks like those T-72s might have some difficulty. But the smoke is gonna let me close distance. A martyr tried to get around the flank, but it looks like some T-34s had something to say about that.
Looks like. Looks like the Panzer Grenadier 90 are harassing your T-34s, but they just can't hit for some reason. And, oh, there we go. The second platoon nailed one.
Oh! Automatic's taking some damage. Halfway on its health.
I'm guessing that was a random guess on your end, or trying to suppress the infantry.
Just
But
suppress.
still, it's...
Yeah, just suppressing the suspected positions. Just kind of following doctrine.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see it because an automatic is a very deadly asset and just has not been utilized very much. And the fact that it's already getting stun locked to oblivion, ugh.
Yeah, but we might as well see it get some good action. With some support from Leopard 1A1 there.
Looks like it's ripping apart those T-72s.
Automatic look like it's falling out of the fight.
Probably for the best. You don't want to be losing an asset like that.
Or it's just staying out of the range.
While it continues to lay down its own suppressing fire on the tanks.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. Looks like we got another Tiger Hab rolling up from Comrade to stabilize the front.
We have yet another artillery barrage incoming.
I mean, the red team has done pretty well with having prompt artillery when it needs to, so that's definitely something they did well. Oh, and here comes another two. That was an interesting smoke placement. I'm guessing the smoke was meant to keep them from seeing your T-72s. Am I correct?
Yeah. I was actually going to try to see if I could go for a big push, but I started seeing a lot of these things start rolling my way.
And I think it bought your T-72 some time, but
T-72s are closing distance with the Kylers, but the Leopard 2A1 over there just seems to have a good flank on me.
and I mean the Leopard 2 is probably the nastiest tank here. I think that's an 80. No, that's a 100-pointer.
They're having a real tank battle out here. Holy hell.
It looks like Kager's Leopard 2 is the only tank left on the blue side. So it seems that overwhelming numbers does work. Well, looks like you're laying down more smoke.
Yeah. We're pushing in more smoke. Tanks rolling in. Panzer Jaeger Grenadier just nailed by that platoon.
Okay, so something I am still noticing is that auto is... Oh, never mind. It's starting to move. I was going to say they were leaving it out in the open, which is not where you want to leave it. But looks like they're moving it back into cover.
Yeah.
And some are doing some harassment of your T-72s.
Alright, let's see over here by Delta. See Li Jian trying to defend off a very difficult position. They're good, but I don't know about dealing with 60 men. Good. Oh, so we just missed it, but Automatic got some pretty good kills in, it looks like.
Yeah.
That push was really thin for comfort. Kager, if it wasn't for that Automatic, Kager would be kissing Echo goodbye right now.
Yeah, but it goes to show you how clutch the auto is sometimes. That thing can hold the line by itself if you're not prepared.
Absolutely. And with the new Italy update coming out pretty soon, we'll be seeing a much more stronger version of the Automatic, I believe.
Oh. I mean, that is certainly a decision that Eugen could have made.
Oh, yeah. I think I was checking the patch notes. It might be in the vehicles, but hey, you know, I'll accept if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure the Automatic needed a buff.
But it's certainly getting it, I think. Yeah, I think they were mounting on like an actual tank chassis of some kind.
Okay.
The details elude me off of the tip of my tongue, but it'll be spicy.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not sure the Automatic needed a buff, but it's getting one, so...
Yeah. So I gotta hand it to Comrade Combat over here. Did really solid job, just sort of having these light skirmishes against Bubble Bathist.
Yeah, it looks like he's not even investing that much at all into Bravo. Just nibbling away at Delta and slowly pushing the vote out of it.
Yeah, Charlie Delta are worth the most of any territory on this map, so the main reason why I'm holding down Echo is to stop Kager from advancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start seeing a lot of special forces coming over here now. Lijian 90 also coming in, but the Commandos para no better.
Yeah, I mean, that is fair. You don't want to be eating thermobaric rockets to the face.
Indeed.
But it looks like Comrade is pushing up about a company of shock and special forces infantry in response.
Oh. So I started sending out my rockets over here to help out, try to get that point bleed tapped up.
Yeah, probably a good strategy given that right now that's 827 to 13. But we'll see if we can reverse that point bleed and turn this battle around.
Still plenty of time. Thermal barracks now closing with the Commando's Para. Vab's passing the SPW 152Ks.
What even is this fight?
Command the SPW 50 just had to be like, hey, you know what? Just keep driving. Fuck it.
We don't need to fuck those Babs.
Oh hell. All quiet now on the western front, it seems. Foxtrot and Echo is got a nice and quiet.
I gotta ask, is that because you guys are out of assets, or is that just because you're focusing elsewhere?
That's a big question. I know why by this time I was struggling for assets. And if I was counting cards, I'd reckon to say Kager's a little bit thin on his assets too.
Yeah? I mean, militia can be a bit of a me, but often they're not a very good use of a card.
Oh yeah, if I only have one card as a support player, reserves aren't a bad pick. But Kager has just more infantry at the end of the day.
And better, because it looks like there's some shocks and regulars thrown in there, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I did get some good use out of the smoke launchers, though. I don't think there's too much doubt about that, but definitely, definitely seeing it work right now as I mention it. Oh, we have a little bit of action going on over by Foxtrot Echo now.
Yeah, things are heating up again.
Martyr getting toasted by T-72M1. Kyler's engaging M1s as well. Yep, we're having
M1's a pretty serious tank, so...
Yeah. For a support deck, it's the best you can probably pull in Red Fort.
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to really think about if you could maybe find a better pull, but there wouldn't be that many, even if there are any, for that matter.
Yeah. As if I can recall, Kager was that after the match. He was saying that we were basically pulling it mechanized decks. His had more infantry, mine had more smoke.
And it looks like more tanks, too.
Yeah, more tanks, definitely. Kager pulled the T-72 Leopard 2A1 and
The Keeler.
yeah, the Kyler, yeah. And I pulled T-34s, T-72, and T-72M1. So definitely my support deck is geared at, like, supporting an ally, but without much in the way. It was a little bit rough. So, that's time. So, let's see here. Comrade coming in with MVP for KD ratio. 26, almost 2,700 kills. Just under 1,800 losses. Definitely kind of came out really strong here. Bubble doing a lot of work. And but taking still quite a bit little more losses than Comrade had for that front.
Yeah.
Me and Kagger just both eating dirt, taking more losses. But to my benefit, it seems I came out ahead in terms of KD ratio, but overall at the end of the day, he held the line, and so did I.
I'm looking. I think you have that reversed because it looks like Commander Red is at 1,700 to 2,400, and Vogue is at 27 to 26.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a pretty well fought battle. I don't think there are too many grave errors that I could point out.
I suppose, like, I had to say something on my end was we could have captured a few more points earlier.
Yes, that'd be my one quibble. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely something we probably could have done a little better. But on the inverse, as someone who was playing the fight, I definitely felt like I needed the assets out there, and
yeah,
I was trying to hope that maybe I could ride on a little bit of a conquest point loss if I could actually gain some real gains on the field, but it did not manifest.
Yeah. I think probably a few too many failed pushes.
Mm-hmm. I definitely had like some errors in my pushes. Like I didn't have enough infantry. I have reserve shoots in, but my deck is definitely designed for more of a 3v3 support, like light tank deck, you could say. I got enough tanks for I guess you could say a regiment, but the quality questionable.
Not so great.
yeah. But with over 60 tanks for a support deck, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's solid. I think maybe if you had more force concentration, you could have maybe pushed one of those fields, but I don't know. At that point, we're getting to pretty severe counterfactuals here.
Yeah. In hindsight, for myself, I felt like I had to cover a lot of the front on my side of the map because this map is really wide and it's really easy to get to the spawn because you don't have to travel far.
Yeah.
So you have to be. You either have two strategies where you cover your flanks and you move methodically, or you go hard early, hard fast, and try to hit their spot. It's not too hard to do that, but you have to have both teams in for that, or all teams in for that strat. Otherwise, it just does not work.
Yeah.
And the counterplay to that is very risky because it's you move fast, you die fast.
Yeah.
But no, definitely Bubble Bathist, Comrade had a solid fight on their side of the map. Me and Kaga ground each other down to a halt, but holding that far side of the map is what really did it for me and Bubble there.
Yeah, I think Comrade had a masterful strategy with light skirmishes, slowly chipping away at the position, and then another position, and then another position. Didn't do anything particularly grandiose, but
no.
Always pushing a little bit further with like couple platoons of elite infantry and some mortar support, and just slowly pushed you out of those 2-pointers.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's kind of interesting where if it wasn't me and Kagger not running into each other, the fight could have been a lot different. But me and Kagger seem to like magnetize to each other's even when we're not playing on the same team. We had no idea which side who was taking what with what decks. We just seen what was in the beginning of the match, and we just talked to our teammate, run with strategy, and then that was that. Good play. I loved it. Bubble Bathist held her line as best she could on that side. Common Kramer did some masterful play. I love fighting Kagger. I want to do it again. I was really happy to have that slugfest out there that we did. I love it. I don't even care if I lose. I just love having those kinds of like big mass fights with questionable assets. You know, it's great. It's really what brings the whole micro deck format to life for me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be it then for today, folks. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Take care.